Hi everyone, welcome to Dimitra's Dishes. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a lovely meatless Monday entree, because who doesn't want to go meatless every now and then? I'm going to teach you how to make my vegetarian Gemista. They're basically stuffed peppers and tomatoes that are filled with a vegetarian filling. Very delicious. You won't miss the meat, I promise. We're going to go over the sauce ingredients first because it just has a few steps. The sauce is my basic sauce that I've made over and over again. I would like to name it the magic sauce and maybe write a little cookbook about it, because it's a basic recipe that you must have as part of your recipe repertoire, because it's used over and over and over again. And here's another example how we're going to use it. The ingredients are so simple and easy. I have some onions that are sauteing and some olive oil in here in my pot. There's some canned pureed tomatoes. I always buy canned tomatoes because they're nice and sweet, and then I puree them. Don't have to worry about looking for the crushed kind, and they're always unseasoned. I have a little bit of sugar, salt, pepper, a little bit of red pepper flakes, and some oregano. That's it. So once the onions are nice and golden, we're just going to grate. And I also forgot to mention that there's going to be some garlic in this. The recipe calls for 1 garlic clove, but these are small, so I'm using 2. So now we're just going to add the grated garlic in here and just let it warm through a few seconds. Then we're going to add our pureed tomatoes, a little bit of salt, some freshly ground black pepper, some oregano, and it's totally optional. If you like some heat, you're going to put some crushed red pepper flakes. We're going to let this cook about 10 minutes or so until it thickens a bit, and then we're going to move on to the next step. So after 10 minutes or so, the sauce will have thickened. I also added a little bit of sugar, about 1/2 teaspoon. You're going to go in and taste it and adjust the seasoning if it needs more salt or pepper. But at this point, it tasted really good to me. I'm going to add it to my baking pan. If you want to, you can put some sliced Kalamata olives in here, but this is good for me. I'm going to set it aside, and this is going to be the base. The sauce is done. It's in the baking pan. Use whichever baking pan you have. We're going to set it aside, and we're going to go over all of the rest of the ingredients. So I have 2 tomatoes, 2 bell peppers, some garlic that's peeled, any short grain rice that you have. Then I have some olive oil, zucchini, an onion, some potatoes cut into wedges, a little bit of salt, pepper, some oregano, feta cheese, fresh mint, and fresh parsley. So the onion that I have here is really just for show, so I remember to list it as one of the ingredients. I used half of the onion for the sauce, and I used the other half of the onion for the filling. So in my pan right here, I just sauteed onion and olive oil just until it was nice and soft, just like we start off most recipes. That takes anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes. And now I'm just going to add my garlic in there. So here it is. I'm just going to grate it over my microplane and just add it in there until it warms through. So just going to put in there. Grated garlic just needs to warm through. It doesn't need to cook anymore because it's cut so finely that it will burn if you heat it too much. The garlic is good to go. So now we're just going to add our rice in here, and we're just going to cook it in the oil and in the onions until it's translucent. That's going to take 4 to 5 minutes. So while that's happening, we'll also season a little bit. So while that's happening, we're just going to get our vegetables ready. So I'm just going to cut the tops off because I'm going to save them, and take the insides out. We're going to discard all of the seeds. Now you can do this with all bell peppers or all tomatoes. It's up to you what you prefer. We're also going to slice the tops off of the tomatoes. So we're going to scoop out the center of the tomato because we're going to use that in the filling. Just like that, you have a nice little place for the filling to sit. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop up this tomato so that way it can just melt right into the filling when we add it. So once the rice starts to become a little bit translucent around the edges, we're going to add the tomato in. And then I'm just going to chop up the zucchini. I'm just going to chop up the zucchini into little cubes. And because I like to season every step of the way, we're going to season with a little bit of salt and some freshly ground black pepper. Just like that. I'll add the zucchini in. We're going to season again with a little bit of salt and some more freshly ground black pepper. Give everything a nice mix. And then we're going to add some water. And we're going to cook this over high heat, medium-high heat, for a few minutes until the rice absorbs all the water and everything reduces down a bit. And I'll show you what it looks like as soon as we get there. After about 7 or 8 minutes on high heat, the water and the liquids are going to be absorbed. The tomatoes are going to break down, and the zucchini and the rice are going to be almost halfway cooked through. This is where you want to stop and turn the heat off. At this point, we're just going to finally chop up our herbs. Now, I have some mint, fresh mint, and some fresh parsley. You can use dill if you like as well. The more herbs, the better in this very fresh tasting dish. So I'm just going to take the pot off of the heat. I'm going to add the herbs in. When the herbs hit that hot mixture, it just smells incredible and fresh in here. Mix it up really nicely. And then last but not least, I'm going to add the feta cheese in here. You can leave this vegan if you want and just leave the feta out. Maybe add some finely chopped Kalamata olives. But I love feta cheese, so I'm just going to crumble it in here and mix it up. And last but not least, I forgot that I'm just going to add a little bit of dried oregano. Just mix it up. And I'm going to set this aside now. This is done. Now we're just going to put everything all together. So I'm going to bring my pan that has the sauce in it. I'm going to put my potatoes in here. And I'm also going to season them a little bit with some salt, with a little bit of oregano, and a tiny bit of black pepper. And now it's time to fill the peppers. We'll do the peppers first. We're just going to go ahead and put the filling in here and put it in the sauce. Same thing with the tomatoes. If you want to cut the acidity of the tomatoes, you can sprinkle them with a tiny bit of sugar inside. I'm not going to do that because I feel like the sauce has so much flavor. I want it to taste really, really fresh. So I'm not even going to season the insides with any salt or anything. I think the filling has a lot of flavor. So we're good in that area. And many times recipes for Gemista tell you to fill them 3/4 of the way up because the rice is going to continue to cook in here. But there's not that much rice in this filling, and even if it does puff up a little bit during cooking, it's going to be fine. So I like to fill them all the way up. To be honest, I don't like to waste any of this filling. So I'm just going to let this filling cook alongside the vegetables inside the sauce. I'm going to put the tops on my vegetables. So now I'm just going to drizzle the tops of the vegetables with just a little bit of olive oil, and this is optional. You don't have to do this. And I'm going to sprinkle a tiny bit of salt. I'm going to cover the top with some parchment paper and then with aluminum foil. My oven is preheated at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to cook these covered for about 35 to 40 minutes. Then I'm going to uncover them and let them cook at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for another 40 minutes. 35 to 40 minutes, or just until the potatoes are fork tender and everything is beautifully cooked. And I'm going to show you what that looks like as soon as it comes out. The Gemista are ready. They baked covered at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes, and I uncovered them, and then you're going to want to let them bake as long as it takes for the potatoes to cook fully. Mine took about 45 minutes this time. You can always raise the temperature a little bit because it's nice when the vegetables get a nice char on top. You could take it all the way up to 450 degrees. If the sauce starts to dry up, go ahead and add just a little bit of water, like 1/4 to 1/2 cup of water. That should keep everything nice and balanced. We're going to go in and give this a taste. Now, I'm going to take some of this filling that's sitting over the sauce and just caramelized really beautifully. But take a look at how gorgeous these vegetables look. Pan is still really hot. Look at how nice and charred this bell pepper is. How beautiful that filling looks. So nice and refreshing. And the sauce has thickened. Let me get some of that sauce too onto my plate. Perfect. Now again, you could chop up some Kalamata olives and you could have added them to the filling. Whatever your favorite vegetable is, go ahead and use that. You could do eggplant. You could do mushrooms. Get creative and let me know how you switched it up in the comment section down below. I always love to hear how you guys recreated these recipes. And if you can, please share pictures with me on Instagram and on Facebook. I get so happy when I see the pictures. Anyway, I'm going to go in and give this a taste. Still steaming hot. I love that tomato sauce. Put it over anything, and you know it's going to be good. But I love the way the zucchini has just gotten the perfect amount of like softness to it. It just almost melts in your mouth when you eat it. The rice is perfectly cooked. You could also add scallions to this. So if you are using scallions, either leave out all of the onions and just put an equal amount of scallion in it, or once the onions soften, go ahead and add maybe 5-6 chopped up scallions, and it'll add more freshness and just flavor to the meal. You guys need to try this out. The recipe, as always, is on the website, www.dimitrasdishes.com. It's also underneath this video in the description box. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all next time. Yes, us.